I hung my head in dismay.
なんでそんなショック受けてんの？
Who hurt my feelings?
You're a jerk.
The truth is, Acha had revealed the reason why, since yesterday, the boarders hadn't been eating my cooking properly. I thought I asked her opinion, which is why I made Acha some food and got her to eat it. It was made from leftover ingredients anyway.
朝から生姜焼きとかナポリタンとか、果てしなく女子受けしなさそうなメニューね。
Can I just collapse?
Boy food.
もっとこう爽やかなのはないの？パスタにしてもトマトソース系とか和風にするとかさ。
Cooking for girls is so difficult. Boy or girl, we're all human. Tasty is tasty. That's what I
Seriously.
believed. I know that sound. Just as I was seriously troubled by this, I heard the squeaking of turning wheels coming from down the hallway. First, half the duck came into the dining hall, then Katori came in after him. It's the opposite to unusual.
なんで私が。
Why do I have to yawn?
Katori rubbed her sleepy eyes and started preparing Hat's food. It somehow looked as if the hungry Hat had woken her up.
さあ、たらふく食って太りなさい。そのうち私があんたを食べてやるんだから。
Holy
wow.
shit!
Fucking sick bastard. I'll fucking eat you first, bitch!
I told you we have a lot of fun with that duck. Not understanding her words, Hat quacks happily as Katori speaks to him and eats his food.
アヒルだ！かわいい！
Why do I have to keep hearing that word?
She's retarded. What?
Katori noticed that Acha is here and instantly opens her eyes.
これコールダックだよね。テレビの CM で見たことある。ハバネさんが飼ってるの？私の部屋に勝手に住み着いてるだけよ。あなたここで何してるの？ハバネさん最近ずっと休んでるから様子を見に来たんだ。体調はもういいの？先生にでも頼まれたのかしら？そういうんじゃないけどねえ、一緒に学校行かない？誰があんたなんかと。
Katori gave a and made another one of those straight faces she's good at.
でもあんまり休むと授業とか遅れちゃうし、あなたには関係ないでしょ？
The argument item.
Yep.
そう
Or the straight
なん
face
だけど
item.
ね。そうだよね。ごめん。誰も今日休むなんて言ってないじゃない。え？勘違いしないでね。あなたに言われたから行くわけじゃないのよ。じゃあ待ってるね。誰があなたと一緒に行くって言ったのよ。私は一人で登校します。
What a bitch.
Katori said that with a straight face and turned her wheelchair around. Just as she was about to leave, she stopped the wheelchair and turned around.
あなたたち知り合いなの？
Huh? Yeah, we're childhood friends.
バカみたい。
What a fucking asshole!
It looks like she has even more of a bad attitude this morning. However, she did say she was going to school.
She better.
After tidying up the breakfast things, I left the dormitory with Acha. On our way to school, somehow our conversation turned to Katori. Is there any reason why Katori stopped coming to school?
まあね。ハバネさんって足が不自由でしょ？ 2年で一緒のクラスになった時、そのせいで浮いてるような感じしたから、時々話しかけるようにしてたんだ。
That's so like Acha to worry about that sort of thing. If there are any people who don't really fit into the group or are left out, she won't just ignore them. In the past, that's why she started to play with Mabu, so it could have been for the same reason.
けどハバネさんはあの調子でつっけんどんっていうか馴染む気がないみたいなんだよね。
Yeah, I can imagine that somehow.
そんな私とハバネさんのこと見てたクラスの子らがついに怒っちゃってハバネさんに物申したのが始まり、
What's
クラスの
that?
女子 VS ハバネさんの大喧嘩になっちゃって。
When Acha reminded herself of what happened back then, she rarely slouched forward. Acha is cheerful and has many friends. Katori, who didn't respond to Acha's concerns about her, might have been seen as one in the wrong by those around them. Since then, she stopped coming to school.
そういうこと。いやー、あの時のハバネさんすごかったよ。クラスの女子全員を向こうに回して全然負けてなかったね。
Acha was waving her arms around like someone from the Kung Fu movie and passionately tells the story. I decide not to ask her what kind of heroic deeds took place or for any specific details. Well, I didn't expect that. Even just by saying something in a slightly harsh way, she gets all tearful.
なんでハバネさんうちの学校に来たんだろう。
Hmm?
だって授業も全然楽しそうじゃないし友達も作ろうとしないし。
The only reason I could think of is that it might be because of the full disability access.
That's me.
Or disabled access.
Stupid.
In fact, that could be the main reason.
ああ、なんかしてあげられることないかな。
Looking at Asia from the side as she puts her hands behind her head and starts thinking things over, I remember the withdrawal notice that I picked up last night. On the spur of the moment, I decided not to give it back and acted like I knew nothing about it. Is she really planning to drop out? Somehow felt like I had picked up some heavy piece of lost property. The two of us both made troubled faces as we walked. Murmur. A quite strange commotion surrounded us. Most of the other students around us or on their way to school were looking in the same direction. Over there was a tall, slender, beautiful girl walking along. Oh, it's her. It was the girl I met in the garage. Everyone was looking at her with curiosity, but seeing that she hadn't noticed that other people were looking at her. I was looking at her in the same way as everyone. But Acha took the way I was looking in the wrong way. Oh god.
ほうほう。
Of course she would.
さすがお目が高い。
Oh god. That face. It's returned.
What a bitch.
あの人はうちの学校の超有名人にして超留年生望月あまね先輩よ。
Amane?
Super repeat student?
I guess that means he's been repeated one too many times.
You're lying to me.
Super repeat student?
そう。もう何年も留年してるんだって。
I knew it.
That's what repeat means.
Is she that stupid?
You fucking asshole. Think before you
She
speak.
doesn't look it though.
どっちかっていうと天才？成績トップとかそういう次元じゃなくて先生ももう教えることは何もないっていうかたまに教えてもらいに行ってるとかなんとか。
Clever than the teachers? Does our school really deal in such specialized fields?
それなのになぜか卒業せず学校に居座ってるの。計画的に単位を落としてわざと留年してるんだって。本来規則で認められているよりも余分に留年してるから超留年生。けど珍しいな。朝の通学路で見かけるなんて。
Weird.
I don't know if she's a genius or not, but she definitely seems like a pretty weird person. Uh-oh, she's looking at us. Oh yeah. For people who didn't know, this is actually me from the future because, well, I kind of lost the footage of Beyond the because I accidentally forgot to record what happened after. So, yeah. I forgot a lot about this part right here. Then abruptly, Super Repeat Student Senior Amane Michizuki stopped walking and looked at the sky. Everyone else mimicked her and looked up too. A jet plane flying through the blue sky, pulling its vapor trail along behind it. Wow, so gorgeous plane. Everyone soon realized it was the plane and quickly lost interest and started walking again. However, Amane Michizuki kept on standing there, looking up at the plane flying high in the sky. I had to make sure it was on because I did not want to record with it off mic. When people came from behind and avoided her like she was in their way, she didn't pay any attention to them either. Sure. Hello, streamers online. Nice of you to show up. Katori arrived just as our morning home class finished.
遅くなりました。
ハバネ、もう体調の方はいいのか？
はい、おかげさまで。
そうか、心配してたんだぞ。
Liar. Katori went past the homeroom teacher who seemed bewildered that she had come back to school all of a sudden, then, still in her wheelchair, arrived at their desk. The desk right at the front was the only one that didn't have a chair. Everyone looked on, puzzled.
私は動物園の動物じゃないわ。
I'm not gonna say any more to that. Now that Katori was in school, she started her cool allure routine again. She concentrated during the lesson and answered the teacher's questions easily when asked. It seems like her grades in regular subjects are top class. During recess, she sat at her desk reading a book or going off somewhere. She didn't try to talk to anyone, and even Agaha tried to speak to her. She acted like she hadn't noticed. The other girls in class looked like they were worried about how they would treat her and watched her from a distance. During gym class, the way she looked on... Shut up, watch. The way she looked on, bored, left an impression on me. She always looked like she was all alone and didn't seem to be enjoying herself very much. Hey! Katori! At lunchtime, I found Katori carrying her bags and about to leave the classroom, and I chased her down the hallway. It's lunchtime, you know. What are you doing? Whoosh! Suddenly, Katori dashed away at an unbelievable speed. Hey! In the heat of the moment, I tried to chase her, but I thought I would bump into passing students, and I was too slow to start moving. In the meantime, Katori had already gotten inside the elevator. According to school rules, most students are not allowed to use the elevator. It was only supposed to be used by workers or teachers carrying big loads or disabled students like Katori. Even so, I chased after her, only for the doors to close mercilessly in front of me. Through the glass, with the one with the self-proclaimed cool allure stuck her tongue out and head to the floor below as I stood and watched. You're not getting in the way! I ran and made it to the school gates. She was holding her bag. It seemed like she was trying to leave early, so I went to cut her off. However, I can't deny the possibility that her lunch is in the bag. Maybe I got the wrong idea. If that's not it, then what could be the problem? I watched over the school gates like some guardian statue. Bam! I was crashed into something from the back, in other words, from outside the school gates. Arrgh! Ouch! What was that? I got up and felt like I was crawling out from under an avalanche. Then I saw a big cardboard box and a girl that had fallen over. Are you okay?
大丈夫。すまない。荷物で前が見えなくて。
And now we're back to Amane. Oh. I looked there as I got up without thinking. I thought I was going to say the super repeat student, but I held my tongue.
君こそどこも怪我はないか？
I'm alright.
そうか。よかった。
Yes, it's very good. Actually says that the super repeating super senior holds onto the big cardboard box.
よっと。
Ah. The last time I watched that also made me laugh. She went to lift it up, but then senior Amane Michizuki slumped down,
空
exhausted.
腹による一時的なパフォーマンスの低下が著しい。
I'll help you carry it. It's so heavy! The big cardboard box is incredibly heavy.
いいんだ。自分で運べるから。
Come on, it's no big deal. As it says, I went back to pick it up anyway.
ありがとう。
You are quite welcome. Oh, and yes, I am making up some of my words as I'm going along with this because I can't read worksheet. Is this okay here? I don't know what's in it, but we put the heavy cardboard box on the floor.
悪いな。手伝ってもらって。
It's alright. Anyway, senior, if you're hungry. Alright. Time to return it to the past, Chaos Knights. So, see you all later.
What? Why does it have to be a color? It has to be painted. What are you, racist to brown? Velvet? Chaos, do you hear what I have dealing with right now?
That took up some time on my playthrough.
Yeah, that's gonna be a highlight.
That was gonna be, and a random Zack appeared.
Highlight.
And a wild Zack appeared.
What? You care highlight? Hair highlight. You mean the hairline?
The title of this episode is gonna be A Wild Zack Appeared.
Yeah, I tried to ignore that and make my own pun, but fuck you.
She was staring towards the inside of the garage. Senior? I found myself copying her and looking in the same direction. Inside
How about fuck you? Generic is pink and purple, all that shit too.
was Katori. What's she doing here? She's by the big pink plate in the center of the garage and was trying to lift up the sheet to see what's underneath.
Fuck you.
それに興味があるのかい？
Katori is surprised when Amane speaks to her. Katori seems intimidated and nods. Amane vigorously pulls back the sheet.
Glider.
Duck! Inside is a white streamling aircraft.
Did you really have to say duck?
Katori looked at it, dazed. I say, wow, as I let a small surprise sound slip out.
もしかしてグライダー？ああ、そうだ。
They're really happy about a glider, Zach.
Amane nodded and Katori cautiously
What?
moved her head closer to the aircraft.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Even in the dimly lit garage, the glider's white body had a glossy shine to it and faintly reflected Katori's face.
Like a married?
I moved towards it to take a closer look. Is this the one we saw from Windmill Hill?
Stupid.
多分そう。
They're stupid! It
This
probably
looks
only
just-
includes pink-haired faggots.
The smooth surface looks like it was made from plastic. However, it is hard to touch. The wings had been removed, and for now, it was just the body.
クピットはこんな風になってるんだ。
This is amazing.
Too small.
Oh, it's been a while since we last seen that face.
Ooh?
What the f was that?
What?
We started talking to each other at some point, but we finally realized who it was we were talking to. Hey, you! Why were you running away just now? Whoa, what was that?
What a bitch! Stop trying to roll away!